Right, let's go. Let's fucking go, Bloodborne. That's a good start. That's the noise I want to be hearing when I load the game up. Right, so I've only got 18 blood vials, and from what I remember yesterday, the best place to farm them is Central Yarnum with the 2 wolves. So basically cheese in the house. Getting a little bit of that stinky cheese going. Baby's on fire. Throw her in the water. God, I can't get that song out of my head. It is so good. I'm going to turn the brightness up by 1. I think a few of you were saying yesterday that the game's a teeny weeny bit too dark. So just have a look at this. This is the default brightness, which is 5. I think if I just turned it up once, it might be a wickle bit better. I don't even know if you guys would be able to tell the difference. It definitely looks a little bit brighter to me. Baby's on fire. Better throw her in the water. I'm going for the house, so I need to run down here. There we go. Nice. If I'm lucky, these guys might drop some blood vials as well. Oh, you fucker. Might be a good idea to lock on, Trisha. You did an easy exam for 2 course credits. Oh, nice. Are you going back to education then, favourite? Have you gone back to college? Are you doing an apprenticeship? What are you up to, favourite? Oh, shit, that's a bad start. Woo! Yeah, I did this 2 or 3 times yesterday when I finished the old stream arena. So I think I've got the cheese down. I still feel like absolute scum for doing this, but I need the fucking flasks, the blood vials, and they drop a lot. Nice. I'm gonna go up here just to see if the old Shrekarino drops them as well. Oh, I see. Is that why you're working, what is it, 3 hours a day or something? It all makes sense now, favourite. It all makes sense. Hey, how you doing, Sand? What's up? To be honest, Sand, this is the first game out of all the Souls games I've ever played that I've had to farm items. In the other Souls games, I've sometimes farmed a little bit for souls. You know, if I'm close to a level, I'll probably farm the last 500 or 1,000 souls or whatever. I don't tend to really go overboard, but yeah, the Blood-Starved Beast just absolutely killed me, man, last night. Drained all of my healing items. I want to see how many blood echoes I need just to level.
Echoes become your strength. Let me
just check. Wow, 6,000. Jesus. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm going to get around 6k blood echoes, I'll level, and then I'll try the boss again.
Farewell.
Is that alright with everyone in the chat? Yeah, it is. Thanks, guys. Oh, God, I knew I could rely on all of you. Speaking of reliable, how you doing, Buster? God, I'm sitting here in a food coma. I've had so much to eat. In fact, I'm going to hold my hand up and say I've had a box of Jaffa cakes to myself. For those of you outside of the UK, I bet you have no idea what Jaffa cakes are. I feel for you. Missing out on one of the best sweeties ever. Cursed beasts. I'm assuming you're from the US, Sand. Man, I always thought if you guys could get Jaffa cakes in the US, I could just imagine them being a huge hit. Oh, they are so nice, so Moorish. Hey, what's up, man? Yogscast, that's how. What's Yogscast? Nice. See if we can get that creamy double here. Ah. Whoa, Neville. Easy boy. Oh, nice. What did you think to Scotland? Nice. God, I can't remember the last time we went up to Scotland. I loved it personally. Bearing in mind, I live in the UK, it still felt so weird when I think it took us about 8 hours to drive from where I live up to Scotland. We went for like a stag do for a mate of mine. So we're driving for 8 hours. We rented a minivan to fit all of us in, and then obviously we need fuel. So we stopped a couple of times, and I'm sure on the last stop we got out, and it's this Indian guy with a turban at the petrol station. He opens his mouth, and then Scottish comes out. This really thick Scottish accent. Honest to God, I was shell shocked. I know that sounds retarded. It felt so weird. You went on a bunch of hikes and saw a bunch of castles. I thought you would have had a bunch of fucking whiskey while you're there. Did everyone look like groundskeeper Willie? You'd be actually surprised. A lot of Scottish people, when I went at least favourite, they're all quite fat. You can buy what's called a munchie box, which, if I remember right, at least when I went, was around £4 to £5. And essentially what you get is a 10-inch pizza box full of greasy food. Doner kebab, shish kebab, chicken kebab, fries, onion bhajis. It's essentially, if you Google munchie box, it's basically, I think, around 5,000 or 6,000 calories. Yeah, and I think it's tradition. I mean, we ended up going for a meal. I think it was in Edinburgh. We went out for a meal one night, and when you had a look at the restaurant menu, it basically said salad and crappy salad, and it didn't have a description. So we called the waiter over, and this guy's like, okay, we've had this ass so many times. Crappy salad is a healthy green leaf salad, and a normal salad is chips, or for the Americans here, fries. Yeah, the Scots haven't got the greatest diets. God, these things are fast. Good lord. I still remember the first encounter. I thought, oh, 2 wolves, it's not going to be that bad. I'll aggro one at a time. And then they ended up doing more damage than Gascoigne. Oh, I see, Sand, I see. Well, I would have thought you might have gone out for a couple of drinks while you were in Scotland. Yeah, I would have definitely thought you might have gone out for a few drinks. You know, even if you're not a big drinker. I wonder when it comes to using the pebbles on this game, would I ever actually use these pebbles? Ever? Sounds like my kind of place. Oh, I see, Sand, I see. Man, I've got to say, credit where credit's due. I don't know if I could do it by myself. Especially with the trip all the way from the US. I think I could go to the US by myself easily, but you know, another country that doesn't speak English, I'll probably struggle. What persuaded you to go to Scotland, if you don't mind me asking, out of all the places? Did you do like a little European tour, or did you do a little tour of the UK? Because I thought if you came to the UK, if you started in Scotland, you would have made your way down. So Scotland... you would have stayed in Newcastle, you know, with all the filthy Geordies. You know, you could have stopped off at Wales with all the sheep shaggers. Yeah, even though the UK is quite a small country, there's still quite a lot to see and do here. God, me and this retarded charged R2 attack. You know, if you ask me, why do you do the charged R2 attack on standard mobs? I don't think I could tell you. I don't know myself. I just do it. Iceland, Scotland and continental Europe. Holy shit, man, I'm impressed. Credit where credit is due. You know, with the US being such a huge country, I really don't expect people to travel outside of the US. If anything, maybe Mexico, you know, but... Have you travelled quite a bit then, favourite? I mean, I've been, fortunately obviously for me living in the UK it's quite easy to travel. I've been in the majority of Europe. Spain, Greece, Germany, Austria, Vienna, Poland, Italy, France. I've got I mean, I think I still have my old passport somewhere. It was full of fucking stamps, full of it. Hey, how you doing, Lappy? Oh, it's not even Friday. Fucking hell, Lappy. You treat yourself to a McDonald's on a Friday. It's only Tuesday, you've had McDonald's for dinner and now you want a takeaway. Damn. I've just finished talking about the Munchie Box up in Scotland, which is like 6,000 calories for a £5. I would recommend Indian, only because that's my favourite, Lappy. Maybe a nice little chicken jalfrezi with a garlic naan, you know? It's a shame you don't live near me, Lappin. I would have given you a load of vouchers for like a Big Mac and chips for $1.99. I think McDonald's in the UK might be losing money now, or they're not doing as much as they used to, because every other week we're getting vouchers through our door, you know, for discount food. Like a quarter pounder with fries, $1.99. But McDonald's is expensive. I think the last time I went, was it last year? I think it was something like £5.80 or nearly £6 for a Big Mac meal, a medium Big Mac meal. That's ridiculously expensive. That was really expensive. It's like, if I'm going to get McDonald's, I'll only get it when they have the vouchers and the deals on and stuff like that. Oh, I see. Oh, it's really expensive in the UK, Sand. Before we did the whole Brexit thing, I think currency-wise, it was something like $1... Was it nearly $2 to the pound 2 or 3 years ago? Yeah, it's really expensive here, Sand. The UK is an expensive country. This is a pretty fucking expensive country. A plate of spaghetti with melted cheese and ketchup. Damn. That's like a thoroughbred student dinner. Okay, I have enough to level, but... Oh, there she is. She just praying then? Hold on, whose grave is this? We drive on the wrong side of the road. We'll not talk about that.
Good hunter. What is it
For
you
me,
desire?
I prefer driving on the right hand side. Only because I'm right handed, so I have my right hand on the steering wheel and my left hand on the gear shift.
Very well. Let me...
It'll feel weird to have my dominant hand on the gear shift and then my left hand on the steering wheel. I wouldn't trust myself. Okay, is it time
Farewell, good hunter.
to give the blood-starved beast another shot? Any new blood gems? Nope. Yeah, I mean, that's just like with anything though, favourite. Once you get used to it, you'll be fine. What? What did I just cheer at? What the hell just happened? I pressed X to go to the Yarnum headstone. He's like, yes! Finally, he stopped grinding. Hey, up, duck! You're right, my duck! You can get regular cheeseburgers for €1 here. Yeah, but if you're talking about McDonald's favourite, aren't the cheap cheeseburgers just like the tiniest like piece of thin meat and a slice of cheese? Man, I used to love Big Macs back in the day, but you know, as I've got older, I've basically realised Big Macs are just bread. It's literally just fucking bread. So anytime I go now, I tend to get a double cheeseburger. More meat, less bread. If you press X, press down and flail the controller around, he does gestures. Okay, I look like a bit of a lunatic. I'm holding X. Oh my god, he did it! Why have they added that in the game? couldn't that fuck you up in a run? You know, if I'm fighting a boss and I'm accidentally kind of moving while fighting it and holding X, I'll be pretty pissed if this happens accidentally, I'll tell you that. Yeah, so do I, Buster. The only time I ever eat bread, though, is for sandwiches at work. In fact, I bought a loaf today. It was like a whole grain loaf, you know, with seeds in. By the way, on this first attempt, I'm not going to heal. I need a little bit of time to warm up. Yeah, you're right. What is X used for? X is basically just to acknowledge things on this game. Oh wow, I've only got 6 antidotes as well. Nice. Didn't get one hit in. Good start. Oh my god, I hate these attack patterns. Got to be changing now. Yeah, nice. There we go. Right, this is where it starts to get a little bit shitty. Fucker. God, it's like a monkey just jumping around. Oh! Oh, here we fucking go. I don't want to use the poison thing. Not on the first attempt, no way. No way. Not wasting them. I always think that the Hunter Axe is longer than what it really is, Sander, on this. It's like I'm hitting it and I feel like I'm just missing. Have a couple of goes warming up. Once I start getting him down to about half health without getting poisoned, I think that's when I'm going to start to commit. But I have a feeling I might have to farm some antidotes as well. give me a fucking break. And this guy does not want to play ball, does he? Worst thing I can do here is start to get impatient as well. I wonder if I might be better off around that altar. Oh god. Ooh. Oh, you fucker. Yeah, like that. That was a prime example of me getting impatient. God, these fucking lunging attacks. God, not this attack. Oh, nice! 3 hits. Sweet, I'll take that. Oh, nice! Oh! 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 Okay, okay, antidote's equipped. Okay, okay, don't bottle it. Fucking on my heart, I think I might have a heart attack in a minute. Fuck! Oh my god! Get a hit on him, you fucker. Wait, there's 4 phases to this? My god, how can this get more easy? Ah! Rip. My god, I'm so close. Woo!